My name is Nakia from Where's the Buzz. Hi guys, Kara and Renato. Am I saying that right?
You're great. Thanks, Nikki.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful film. I'll start with Renato first. When it comes to animation, where do the ideas visually come from? Is this a process where you usually get the script and then you guys get started? How was that process?
Yes, everything starts with story, and we have access to the script, but we also have access to the directors. So when we first get hired, they talk to us about the characters and they tell us, their background, the kind of personalities they're looking for, and the kind of animation they're looking for. In this one movie, the directors really want us to be mindful of the subtleties. They wanted to have a lot of subtle animation kind of happening. So we knew that from the beginning. We also, Kira and myself, we started together on Bolt, and Byron directed Bolt, so we kind of already knew a lot about what he was going to be looking for. He's an amazing 2D animator, so we knew from the get-go that the silhouettes and the poses was going to be something that we needed to be very mindful of. So that was sort of the beginning, a little bit of like talking to them about what they wanted for the film, but also, from experience of working with these directors, we kind of had an idea about what to do. So that's where it began. And then from there, we just, kept going on that track, make sure the characters were doing this very kind of pseudo animation married with this really designed poses along the way. So
Nice. Well, visually came out beautiful. Kara, for you, we as the audience who may not know that much about animation, sometimes we hear that it takes a long time to do these type of movies. So how long was this process?
Oh, well, I think Renato and I started on this movie in the fall of 2019. And what are we now? Almost the fall of 2021. So yeah, it's several years, and the directors are on even longer. But the thing that always surprises people is when I tell people about animators and what we do, and since we are making the characters move, we are literally like puppeteering these characters to the voice tracks that the talented voice cast that we have that they record. But we're doing like all the little subtle details. We're doing the lip sync and the eyelids, we're shaping the eyelashes, we're all the details. And so each animator, we had about 100 animators on the film, and each of them would do about 3 seconds a week. So it's you watch the same portion of film loop a lot of times before you pass it into the film and then work on the next little bit of film. So animation is a very slow process, but it's getting into the details and the specificity of it all is what's really fun.
Wow, that's so interesting. That's amazing. I think that's so cool. Renato, for you, I believe the film takes place in Colombia, and I absolutely love the cultural references in the film and how the animation came out. So, was that something that as animators you guys knew beforehand, or did you guys have to do extensive research on like the Colombian like traditions and stuff like that?
there was extensive research. Yeah. We ourselves, Kira and myself, when we start these films, is just we've been working together for a while, but we always start with like, okay, what do we want to accomplish in this movie? And one of the things that we talked about from the beginning was that we wanted to be culturally specific, which it in itself it demands a lot of research. It demands a lot of work, and one of the biggest tools we had in our hands were our consultants. We had people working with us weekly, and sometimes even if you needed to see them, they were just available to us. We had people talking to us about Colombia history, Colombian people, these family dynamics. We also had people talking to us about, like Kyle, or our dance consultants, who talked to us about dancing, what are the specific dances from Colombia, and with so much passion, so much knowledge about what it is that how important this is for that country. That was the biggest thing for us, is just the partnership with our consultants to make sure we're always doing the right thing. So we would sometimes talk to them before we started animating a shot. We would sometimes show them a shot after we animated for notes, but there was a constant back and forth between us and our consultants to make sure we're doing the right thing.
Came out beautiful. I felt like I was learning something as I was watching the film with all the Colombian references and the beautiful representation. I'm like, this is beautiful. Kara, for you, because I'm always interested in animators. When was it that you knew you wanted to be an animator? Like, when did you know you wanted to get into animation?
At the ripe old age of 3. I I've been a Disney girl for a long time. I saw Sleeping Beauty in the theater when I was like 3 years old. I didn't even know the word animator. I'm not even really sure how I knew it was a job, but I think I had seen, some behind the scenes of people like doing drawings and sitting at a desk and flipping them. And I was like, oh, okay, this is like people make these things, and simultaneously thought they were all real. Uh, so I started telling everybody that I wanted to be a drawer for Disney, from the time I was in kindergarten on. And so I literally have my dream job, and it's even better than I thought it would be. So
That is amazing. And Renato, what about you? When did you know you wanted to get into animation?
Well, I was born and grew up in Brazil, so I was fortunate enough that first wasn't a thing that I ever dreamed of because it just seemed so impossible. But at a very young age, one of our family friends was actually working with animation, and he was helping with my drawings when I was a kid, and that's sort of how it started. With this guy that was a mentor to me, and he was helping me with my drawings. And then one day he just turned to me and said, "You know what? This is looking pretty good. Why don't you bring this to the studio and let's see if we can get you like a trainee position on it." So I was 14, and that's how it started, and then that's all I've done since then. So.
Awesome. Well, Kara and Renato, thank you guys so much. The film is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for everyone to watch it and see the beautiful representation. But I'm so happy I got the chance to talk with you too, because I've learned a lot.
oh, thank you. Thanks so much for taking the time today.
Of course. Thank you. And thank you, everybody.
Where is the buzz?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
is the buzz? You said
We used to be a
was
singer group.
mine,
Oh,
mine.
where is the buzz?
Ooh.